The best isn't the smartest or even the strongest. The best is the fiercest. The biggest do or die in the entire camp. Tough, indestructible, and fucking ruthless.
Hey guys, Migs on US007 Animal Style. Today's video is going to be on the new gun quest. So I'm going to show you how to start the quest, what you need to do to get it started. Also the materials that you'll need for all of the weapons. In addition, a brief synopsis of what kind of my opinion is on each of the guns. So as you can see here, we are on Trader Island. Ivan, the guy that we need to talk to, is right here in the center. So he's always in the same spot. He is static. We're going to talk to him here and get this thing started. So as you can see, if you want to read along in the text here, basically he's just trying to figure out what it is that we want from him. He's also in a very good mood, as you can tell. What makes you think that I won't send you to hell? So again, clearly in a really good mood. We just talked briefly about him being the captain because again we noticed his tattoo on his shoulder. So this is what he's wanting from us. 3 beer, 3 survival food packs, 3 salami sandwiches, and 1 bottle of wine. The 3 beer, the 3 survival food packs, and the 1 bottle of wine, very common. In fact, there's only been one time where I have not seen those 3 always something that he wants. The 3 salami sandwiches, that line there is random. So you will see him wanting baked beans, you'll see him wanting canned noodles with meat. I've even seen him want another 3 survival food packs for a total of 6. So you can count on 3 of those 4 pretty consistently, and again, one of them being relatively random. So we're going to go ahead and go get this stuff for him and then pick up from there. Okay guys, we got everything that we need to give to him to start the next chain. So we're going to go ahead and just scroll through here. Give food and drinks to Captain. There we go. And as you can see, he gives the coordinates for his brother, even though it's spelled bother. You'll find my bother at these coordinates, 184-205. Now this is the second time I've gotten these coordinates for him. It's a little lighthouse. I'll show you where it is on the map once we make our way over there by Taviana Zoo. It's still unclear on whether or not his brother Igor is actually in the game prior to you talking to Ivan, and if you can just happen across him or find him without starting the quest here, or if in fact he doesn't spawn into the game until you talk to Ivan. That is still pretty unclear. That being said, I've done the quest several times, and every time that I get the location, he's pretty well hidden. Again, I'll show you where inside this lighthouse, so to stumble across him would be very, very difficult. But again, it's still unclear on whether or not he is actually just waiting to be discovered, or if he's in fact not even in the game until you start this quest. So we're going to make our way over there, and I'll pick it up from there, guys. Okay guys, we made our way over here to Igor. As you can see, I mentioned he was in the lighthouse. Pretty well hidden just inside the door here, hidden kind of behind the ladder. Pretty difficult to see. If you look at the map, this is the lighthouse that I'm talking about. Again, 184-205. So kind of out in the middle of nowhere if you take a look. But now that we have found him, we're going to go ahead and keep moving on this thing to try to get these guns created. So we'll talk to Igor. He again talks about how he's glad he found a survivor. We tell him that we're looking for the ability to modify our weapon. At that point, you will get the options of what he can make over here on the left-hand side. So we got the MK48, M249, PKP, RPK, a couple Fusils, and the Type 64S. When you click on it, his box will appear here. And what you will do is you will place the items that are required into the box, and then he will proceed to make them for you. I wanted to point out that I have made all of these guns prior to the last couple hot fixes that has been released here in the last few days. And I want to make a point of saying that because if you look at the requirements in the upper right hand corner, you'll see, especially like on the Mod 48 that we have, MK48 Mod A, you'll see one screw and again a bunch of other materials. When I put the screw in for the MK48, M249, PKP, and RPK and asked him to create, it actually turned to 4 screws. So I'm not sure if that was a glitch or if this in fact what he's asking for is a misprint. I only wanted to raise awareness to it because if it happens to you guys, it did happen to me as well. So be prepared for these guns to require 4 screws as opposed to 1. Like I said, it did happen to me, but it did only happen for the MK48, M249, PKP, and RPK. The Fusil and the Type 64, they only require 1 screw, and again, when I did it, 1 screw is what it remained. The second thing I want to point out is on the Fusil F2, the Fusil SD, and the Type 64. You'll notice that he wants unknown gun parts on these 3 guns specifically. Now, you will find unknown gun parts at downed helis only, but I want to make sure that you understand that only certain unknown gun parts will work. So there are 3 separate type of unknown gun parts. I brought a couple of them with me for you to review. So this one right here, when we look at the unknown gun parts and we see the serial number, you'll see this, which basically is the weapon that you'll need. So when we look back, you'll see the GM762 SD mod, and when we look at these unknown gun parts, you'll see G, right, blank, so we know it's 762 SD mod, right? So you have to kind of fill in the blanks. So that way you will know that this unknown gun part will be used for that weapon. Another one that I brought with here you can take a look at is, you can see you have the couple blanks. This is the type, right? TYP blank, so Type 64-S. So this unknown gun part will be for the Type 64. So make sure that when you get the unknown gun parts, if you're trading for them or again looking for a specific weapon, that you do have the correct unknown gun part associated with each weapon. The final thing I want to mention here with Igor is the ammunition down here at the bottom. So the Fusil and the SD and the regular Fusil and the Type 64, that ammo is exclusive to him. So you cannot get that on Trader Island, you cannot get it on Sector B. Well, again, not as of the making of this video. But why I want to mention that is that ammo is again pretty powerful. Once we take a look at the guns, we'll do a little bit deeper dive. But in order to get additional rounds, you will need to bring him 1 clip of each of these. So if we look at the left hand side for the Fusil, again 1 DMR, 1 M24, 1 M240, and 1 FN foul clip. So you would just put that here in his little crate, and then he would make you additional ammo for those guns. Now when you make the weapon, he does give you 2 clips of each for each weapon that you can use. So he will give you some starter ammo, but in order to gain additional ammo, the only way to get it is to have him make it for you. So that is what I wanted to talk about with Igor. What we're going to do now is go grab some of these weapons, all of them actually, and do just a quick overview so you guys have an opportunity to have a look at these things. So stay tuned, and we're going to grab these guns and come right back. Okay guys, what we're going to do here quickly is a brief review of the weapons that we had created from the weapon quest. Just set ourselves up here about 800 meters. Go ahead and use rangefinders here so you can see about 800 meters outside of the industrial area, small industrial area out in Metro. And about 900 meters away from the hospital there. So what we're going to do is just take out each of the weapons and do a brief overview, take a few shots. So we're going to start with the MK48 Mod A. So this gun, again, nice little Acog scope on it. They're all zeroable, guys, and that's really a game changer. As you can see, we're going to zero this guy to 800, and just a really nice gun. It does seem to take a little bit longer for the bullet to get there, in my opinion, than a couple of the other guns. We're going to go ahead and go over that. Again, this gun at 800 meters in the past, pretty useless. The one thing that I don't like about it is the tracer rounds. Again, they do really give away your position, but very, very accurate, and again with 7.62 ammo, pretty deadly. The kickback on it though is pretty brutal. Again, especially as you have a moving target, you can really get a couple kicks, so be mindful of that. Not my favorite gun, but still a very, very nice weapon. We're going to put this one away, and we're going to bring out the M249 with scope. Pretty unique scope on this guy. It actually reminds me a lot of the weapon that we just used, the MK48. Scope a little bit different, pretty unique. Pretty much the exact same scenario though. A nice gun, again powerful. The issue on this guy is, again, the kickback can get kind of nasty, and the tracer rounds as well can really throw you off a little bit. So be mindful of that. Again, you can see it goes a little on the high side too. But again, heck of a gun there. The next one we're going to bring out is the PKP. Again, this gun and the next one, very common theme. Look incredibly nasty, like they all do. Do some pretty sick damage too. In the past, these weapons were useless at range. Again, nice little accuracy on this thing. The zerability is just a game changer, as I mentioned before. Really a game changer on this. The big thing, I really believe the sweet spot for these guns, right around 300 to 500 meters. Even a little lower is fine. You know, anything under 300 meters is obvious. That's where the gun really shined before anyway. But with the new modifications to it, I really recommend no more than 500 meters on these weapons. Not using them to snipe. And again, we're going to get into why as we get into a couple of the other guns. We're going to bring out the RPK now. Again, really nice gun here. Exact same scope as the M249 had. Again, pretty unique. This one again sounds pretty nasty, and again very, very accurate. You have to really be mindful of the kickback on this gun too. I haven't seen as many tracer rounds come out of this one, if any, in fact, compared to the other two. Again, wouldn't really recommend it for sniping. Again, sweet spot of anywhere between 200 to 500 meters, I think tops would be just my opinion on this thing. And the ones that we're really going to have a conversation about now are the next ones. So the Fusil Mod. Now this is a really nice gun. It reminds me a lot of the SVD. It's a 10-round clip. It is zerable. Again, big bonus there. And again, it does double zoom. So just like the DMR, and this guy's deadly. Really, really nice gun. Again, shooting 7.62 ammo, zerable with a double zoom. Super effective. Not my favorite, but again, really, really nice gun here. Really, really nice gun. The next one is a Fusil Mod as well. That's the SD Mod. This gun, to me, guys, is without question the best player killer gun in the game. No gun has got me closer to getting my bandit hat back on and really doing some damage. Again, hung that up a long time ago, but this gun is just so very tempting. As you can see, it has the DMR scope, completely silent and zerable up to 800 meters. There's just no way to really describe what this thing can do from a player killing standpoint. The silenced with the 800 meter double zoom and the 7.62 damage that you get, you can really see there's no escape. It does have a 10-round clip as well, which is really, really nice. Again, to me, this is the best player killing weapon in the game, even better than the Venturas. If you're a bandit, this is definitely something you want to target. The final gun is my personal favorite, again, with no bandit affiliation. That's the Type 64S. Now this guy, again, has a pretty unique scope, and double zoom, zeroable, 7.62, and the best part about it to me is it has a 30 round mag. So this is a game changer. The reloading, it doesn't really play a role. Again, if you can't kill someone from 800 meters with 30 bullets, you might need to reevaluate what you're doing. But this is just a monster weapon. My personal favorite, again, just my preference. There's really no wrong answer on any of these guns, to be quite honest. Just super good stuff. That kind of concludes all of them. If you have any questions, again, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, or just hop on the server. Again, US007 Animal Style. Always happy to help, guys. Hope you find this video helpful, and as always, be safe.